Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Jason Lies about his goals for this video. On today's episode, I will be finishing the wiring in this car, even if it kills me. I know that I have said the past 3 episodes that I was going to do the wiring or that I was going to sand on the car, and then I got totally sidelined with doing other things, or things just took way longer than they should have. But mark my words, by the end of this video, this engine will make noise one way or the other, even if I have to force feed it starting fluid and hot wire the distributor and the starter. This thing will make some sort of noise. In all reality, the real reason this thing hasn't made noise yet, again, like I told you guys in a video, maybe 2 videos ago, this isn't my full-time job. We all have real jobs outside of this, and we also have real-world problems. We keep finding things with this thing that we don't have that we thought we did have. So we keep having to order parts, which takes time. So this is the real world. It's not like television where they magically have every single part on hand to build the car and an unlimited budget, and it's done in like 3 days. This is not going to be like that. This is our hobby. This car will run and drive in the next 6 months. That is a real claim. I will hold true to that. But as far as finishing the car in like three episodes, that's not what this is going to be. We're trying to mix it up to do different things to keep you guys entertained, so it's literally not just this. But unfortunately, this is what we have right now, and you guys are kind of stuck with it. So hopefully you're getting a little something out of it. But there is better stuff on this to come. This thing will make noise by the end of this video. That's not me BSing you guys anymore. It's been a long time coming, so I'm gonna actually get right to work on this thing. I am gonna try to finish the wiring up, no more excuses. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you guys that I did off camera, because I'm not cameraman and I don't know when this goddamn thing is on, apparently. I took and routed the headlight harness in the factory location, just using some temporary zip ties for now because I'm probably gonna have it back in and out. I have the correct little cable ties that these wire harnesses came with, but I'll install those later. The reason I have this just in here right now is I am trying to wire tuck this car, and what a lot of people do to wire tuck these cars is they end up running the main harness for the car up through the inner fender well and conduit, which is what my plan is. If you're wondering where cameraman is, he's working on getting last week's video uploaded for you guys. So you're stuck with me and my shoddy camera skills. So hopefully you guys get to see something. You might not get to see anything. You might just come in next week and the whole car is wired and you didn't get to see any of it because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to use this thing. So I'm gonna try the tripod again and try to turn the camera on this time. And maybe you'll get to see something. And maybe I'll just throw the whole camera out the window and delete my YouTube account, and that'll be the end of it. Hey guys, so 2 things have transpired since we last talked. I figured a bunch of stuff out on this. Actually 3 things. 3 things have transpired. Cameraman's back. Say hi to the cameraman. Hello. And then our special guest from the last episode has shown up.
I'm just here to drink beers and up.
Remember how I said I don't like to be disturbed when I do stuff like this? He's the worst. He's the absolute worst. I'm not gonna get nothing done. You can disregard the beginning of this video. This car will never run ever again. So I hope you're all happy. I hope you've enjoyed this YouTube account up until now. I'm gonna try to finish this, but it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna get anything done. He's gonna come over and do something inappropriate to me, and I'm not gonna get anything accomplished.
I feel like I said pretty clear what I was gonna do. Okay.
Thanks, bud. My best friend, by the way. Thanks. I have been productive up until this point. I figured out everything that needs to go to the engine is in this bundle of stuff. This will go to the starter solenoid. This will also go to the starter solenoid. This goes to the brake master cylinder. These are ignition wires, temperature wire, and oil pressure sending wire are in this plug, so I will have to cut this apart and splice into it. Everything else is running outside the fender well panel like I anticipated. The only thing I will have to bring out to the alternator to make that work, I had to cut this plug apart here, so I will have to extend that wire up to the alternator to make everything happy. But I'm not gonna get any of that done because this man here will distract me. So I hope you're enjoying the total show that this is turning into, because this is what we got. This is what we have. This is what we have been reduced to. So maybe I'll get something done. Maybe you'll learn something. I bet not though. So enjoy.
So right here you have a pile of parts that maybe one day we'll drive down the road again. It won't be comfortable. It won't sound good, but it'll put you back in the seat and it'll rip your off, and you might put it up a tree, and it might be the best place for it. Jay, any input?
You're a real asshole, you know that? Why do you come here?
Get up and drink the beer. I thought we went over that.
All right, so where we're at with this thing, it's currently 9 o'clock and I'm out of things to do. The big problem here is I do not know which pins are what in this connector, so I'm gonna have to go home where I have cell phone service and research that. I did get the main power wire and the starter wires extended to reach the new solenoid, so tomorrow, when I know where everything is, I will be able to hook all this up really easily. And I will develop a plan in the meantime, how I'm gonna fasten everything to the inner fenders. You have any thoughts, Mr. Dan?
It's time for dinner. It's time for liquid dinner. And that's a wrap on tonight.
So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably the whole crew will be here and we'll get nothing done again. Hello and good evening. It is a different night. And as you can see, I have a lot of the wiring done on this car. I did that off camera, mostly because I'm not alone, even though I really wanted to be to figure all of this out. I had this plug right here. I've consolidated it down to this plug right here. This is about how my night's gone. It's been 4 hours of just non-stop, hey, can we go and around? So tomorrow night, I will make the final connections onto the motor and tidy up my wiring on the other side of the car. Meanwhile, those two are gonna continue to just be themselves and not be helpful. So goodbye.
I've been super helpful. Bought beer.
You've been the opposite.
I brought parts.
Yeah, you did. He brought some stuff.
I brought a smile.
Good evening. It is now, what day is today? Monday. Monday. I think the last time we worked on this was Saturday? Saturday. A lot has happened since you guys have been gone. I've been doing a lot of this wiring off camera because it is a nightmare. And because there's a lot of things under the dash that I'm now figuring out need to be addressed. But I've got all that stuff worked out. All my wiring to everything is done. Mike came by yesterday and we fought with this bracket from Jegs to mount our alternator for the better part of 2 hours because there were no instructions. So we had to modify some things, but it's on there. It will work. Everything's fixed now. We have a thermostat housing. I'm gonna get coolant hoses to this thing tonight. The last little bit of wiring is actually over here. I have to put my electric fans in, which requires wiring a relay. So, cameraman can follow me over to the bench and I'll explain how to wire a relay in for fans. So here is a 4-pin standard relay. A lot of people get scared of relays. Ooh, they're scary. I don't know how to do it. Just think of this like a big 4-wire switch. So I've drawn a very crude diagram here on how these work. If you look on the bottom of your relay, there are numbers here. It's very hard to read, but if you look on the bottom of a relay, there's numbers. So basically what we have here, pin number 30 is power in from the battery. It should be fused. Pin number 86 is switched power from somewhere. So in this case, we found a key-on source in the car that we're just going to take and steal power from to turn this on. Pin 85 is ground. Pin 87 is power out to whatever you're trying to wire this to, whether it be a fan, headlights, whatever you want. But these are really simple to do once you've figured out how to do them. So I'll go wire this into the car quick and show you what it looks like when it's all said and done. So we got our relay wired in right here. Red is our power coming into the relay. Black is our switched power. Blue is to our fans, and white is our ground. So now when I turn the key on for the car, the fans will come on with the key. I just have to make a connection down here to the fans once I am sure that this is the last time I will have the radiator in and out. The next thing I think I'm going to work on, because we're getting dangerously close to being able to at least try to light this thing to see if it makes noise or not, is I have to run a fuel line from here on the fuel pump up to here on the carb. So first step, I'm gonna bolt the carb down, and then we're going to actually make an AN line with a filter from here to there. So I'll bolt the carb down and then I'll go through how to make an AN fitting. All right, so over here is your typical -6 aeronautical, astronomical AN hose. What I've gone ahead and done is I've taped all my fittings because I'm going to take a wrench onto these and put them in the vise and vice versa, and I don't want to scratch them to hell. I've also gone and taped around my hose so that when I cut this with the grinder, my hope is that it doesn't fray. Now, you do not have to do it this way. I like to leave the tape on my hose so that way when this has threads in it. The hose goes into here. The tape helps to hold the hose together while it goes into there. So I like to lock this in the vise like so, and the threads are counterclockwise. So you actually turn the hose left and it will start to thread itself in. And you know you're in all the way. The camera's probably not gonna see this, but there is a shoulder in here where these threads are, and the hose should sit against that shoulder. And it looks like I have a little more ways to go, so I'll put this back in and keep twisting. So now that I've done that, this is sitting against this shoulder. I'll take the other end of my fitting and tighten that into the vise to hold it. Take my hose and begin to screw this onto here as it wraps around my leg. And there you have it. My tape started getting kind of f***ed up. I did screw up this fitting a little bit. I had to reposition it there, but for all intents and purposes, this will not come apart. You can't pull it apart. You could lock that in the vise and yank on it, but basically you're looking for these two shoulders to sit next to each other. Like I said, I screwed this one up. usually this method works. They actually make a tool for this that's basically like a little hand press that presses these together. But my guess is you guys, like me, do not have one of those. So this is the way that you can do this at home and still get these hoses together and make them look really nice. Because I think this looks a lot better than just a steel line up to the carburetor. So I have a couple more of these to do, and I'll catch up with you guys once everything's done. So I got my fittings on, got my hose on. Everything looks pretty good. I did leave this a little long. We still have a power steering pump to mount down in this area. I don't really know how the bracket for that is gonna go though, so I left this a little long in case I have to fiddle with this or make it again. I have no idea, but I'm getting pretty tired. I have to update my list quick before we go, so I'm gonna go over there and cross some things off that to make myself feel good. All right, so we have installed dipstick, done. Install distributor, done. Install plug wires, done. Still have to get the clutch cable in there. Radiator installed. Still have to install my hoses. Fans installed. Install thermostat and housing, done. Install header gaskets and bolts, done. Install fuel system, done. Install carburetor, done. Exhaust can wait. Install alternator. Yes, probably. Install power steering pump, still needs to happen. Install pulleys and belt. PCV valve, don't have that. Wiring, big one off the list, with the exception I do have to plug my fans in. So that's no big deal. Then coolant, engine oil, and trans fluid. So that's quite a few things off my list here, which makes me feel happy. So tomorrow, we will get the remainder of the necessity items on this list done and try to light this thing up.
Huh? Me?
You.
Do a what?
An intro.
I'm Hunter. I gotta relax, guy. Got a new starter solenoid. Replace the new starter solenoid that doesn't work. Hopefully this one works. See if any of these are the right size. How's that sound? Come on now. Jason was here last night working on this thing. Just wasn't working.
Great gas.
Nope.
How do we start?
I don't know. Thought maybe you had some gas here. Isn't there gas in that blue can over there?
I think that's premix.
You're right, that doesn't burn. It's all gas at the end of the day. It's all dead dinosaurs.
I also left the oil free.
Okay. This thing feels cross-threaded.
There's some in it because I stored the motor inside.
Oh,
So that's good practice.
what a guy. Yeah, so that one, just lay down there where it can't do anything. It's right in my way. These things are so dumb. Oh, pissing me off, weren't you? What do we got there? Hey, Finch. How the fuck did the guy install this? It's a mystery. Need a shorter stuff. I'm real good at complicating them. Come on now. Don't do me like that. I'll just break all of it. Ain't got a dime invested.
What do you mean? You're the money guy.
Oh man, was that all 3 on 1? That was black, so I don't think so. See if I can't drop this down into the pit of despair. Oh. Uno. And that's dos for the Spanish speaking folks. Don't worry about that. That was the old one. Man, look what happened here.
You know what's awesome?
What?
I found another starter solenoid over there on the bench.
You know, I think there was one in these drawers too, unless that's one of them, because we had one around here.
I think the one you're holding in your hands is one of them. There's another one.
No, it's not. The one I'm holding in my hand, I purchased today from my place of business.
You didn't borrow it?
expectations there. But I am an upstanding citizen, as long as they are aware.
Depending on who's watching.
Oh my god. Oh, she's cutting her own threads in there. Hope there's nothing behind this. I'm gonna drop this and it's all gonna end terribly. What in the fudge? What in tarnation? What? I swear. No, I feel like I'm having a stroke here. I gotta make sure I put this in the righty-tighty mode. Yeah. Probably not, because I don't think this ratchets.
Why'd you try that?
Because I don't like the ones just flop around like that. They make me real mad. This one's just. The problem I got here is the space-time continuum.
You want a real ratchet?
I really appreciate it. Okay, it's alright. It's good. I found this one anyways. Right there in my freaking nose. Make sure we're going the right way, which is actually the right way. I don't want to go the left way. That'd be wrong. Let's see if I can just bash this handle off of the paint a million times. That got real loose. It's cool. Self-tapper is supposed to do that, I think. No. For a second, I looked down there and I thought I started it in the wrong hole. Pretty bad. Drop that down there, aren't I? Called that one. Whoa. I'm 30, so I'm real old getting down here. Oh my gosh, I can see it. I would say I win, but that I still lose.
All right, we got some gas in it. I've put a ghetto oil pressure manual gauge on it. Hunter got the starter switched over. Still don't have fans, we still don't have coolant, but we should have this thing together enough that we can wheel it over and see if it cranks. I got my spark tester on here to make sure this thing has spark. So I think Hunter's gonna get in and be the key man. And we're gonna see if we can make this thing make noise. Where's the screwdriver in case I gotta twist the screw? Yo, right there, where I left it. The shop's a total disaster because we've been working really hard to try to get this thing to run. Go ahead. That was too much. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it bounced off back here.
Might have. Go ahead. There you have it. We have some tuning to do. Definitely have a misfire somewhere. I'm gonna double check my firing order to make sure I did that right, but it does run. I did as promised this time. I kept my promise. The motor runs, so.
That's an engine. Motors are electrical.
I'll see you next time. Hunter might get strangled. I will see you. Hey Mike, what we've been doing for the past 2 hours.
Well, why don't you tell the viewers what the you did, what you did wrong?
Well, the first thing I did wrong was listen to a crackhead about what engine this is. It's not a 302 HO, which has the firing order 137265548. This is just a regular old 302, 154263778.
That f***ing it up, huh?
Yeah. So we spent some time fixing that. And then there's
this really weird clicking noise underneath the valve covers.
I forgot to torque one of the rocker arms.
1.
2.
How about 7?
We fixed that.
She's
It's my bad. I got drawn away for something. But we put a Torrey Customs tune-up on this thing.
Indeed we did.
And I think the viewers will be pretty happy. I do screw up from time to time.
Cool. Yep.
That makes me happy.
She still needs a little love, which we'll get it at a later date.
Not bad for a couple hours and a couple drinks. And
a couple curse words and really hot headers.
we really need to get at it, take it up the road, see what it is.
How's the sanding going, by the way?
You know what?
I've heard that in about 3 videos now. How's that going?
You know, we have a common theme around here that I like to lie about what I'm doing in these videos.
We can tell.
So I might sand in the next video. We might fix
I
Mike's.
guarantee he will not.
We might fix Mike's driveway in the next video. Who knows?
It's a 50-50, honestly.
But the Mustang runs, and it actually runs pretty decent. The mystery motor was, in fact, a total mystery. And cameraman says I end every video the same. Do what, cameraman? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right, now we'll really see you later.